Hey folks, it is Friday, May 10th, 5:52 p.m. is the time, and outside the temperature is around 15 degrees Celsius. And that was the IKEA City location I was just in, located downtown at Yonge and Gerrard. I was just killing some time there, and I may or may not have had the 2 hot dogs and a drink for $3.69 for dinner. I think that's what it comes to. But I need to make my way over to the east side of town, over near King and River. So in this one, I'll be making my way over there. And along the way, we'll pass a few intersections that some may consider to be a little on the sketchy side. And that would be Dundas and Sherbourne, as well as Queen and Sherbourne. And that was one of 2 ways to come and go from this IKEA. The other being the entrance just up ahead on the northwest corner of Yonge and Gerrard. I'll be heading south down Yonge Street here. Then at Dundas, I'll head east over to Sherbourne. I came downtown several hours ago to return something, and I ended up making a video. And now I find myself with plans over on the East End. Weather's quite nice this evening. And I just got an email that there was a news article posted on Yahoo Canada about a recent video I uploaded. And I just made a community post with a link to that article, so you can check that out if you're interested. So we're just a few blocks away from Yonge and Dundas. And there was actually rain in the forecast starting at 3 p.m. That was supposed to last, well, throughout the evening, but that hasn't panned out. There's Elm Street and the excellent Barbarian Steakhouse just on the left. There is Oyo. There's another arcade, or claw machine arcade to be more specific, run by the same people just south of here. But that one's under a different name.
Stop telling me. Oh, they said okay. And also give that.
There's rarely a dull moment in this part of town. All right, it's 5:58. I think I can afford to be a few minutes late. And I just missed a scramble crossing. We'll see things, or rather, how things are. At the southwest corner here, right in front of the Eaton Center. The usual preaching going on. Not so much busking today. And this would be Dundas Square. That sounds like a new walk sign is on for all crossings recording. And now it's east on the north side of Dundas Street East. And just on the left is Toronto Metropolitan University. I wonder if anyone's on the patio at the Imperial Pub. Yes, it's quite busy up there. The second floor of this pub is quite cool. It's called the Library. It's a bit divey and has a very different clientele on the first floor. There's someone else, I'm assuming, who was just at IKEA. So you'll notice in a few blocks, the character of Dundas Street will change quite a bit.
Yeah, 300 for like attending the actual conference. That's like not including. We're going straight.
And this is Church Street. I think a lot of the new condos that have gone up have really added a lot of life to the streets on this part of the east side of downtown. And this is Mutual Street.
Emergency man forward.
And several years ago, there would have been no towers at Jarvis and Dundas. Now there are 3 pretty tall ones on 3 of the corners, and there is a proposal to turn this parking lot into another tower. This just might be the intersection that has changed the most in the downtown core. At least in somewhat recent years. And here's where you'll start to see the character of Dundas change. Within a block, there'll be a lot less people on the sidewalk. Papa John's large 2-topping pizza, $12.99. There's King Place, and that used to be located just east of here at Dundas and Sherbourne. Sorry. There's Fillmore's. The hockey gods have no favorites, but our girls do. Go Leafs go. That's probably a 1 or 2 star hotel. And its days are numbered. It's a very large development planned for this lot. And that's as far east as all those nice new condos go on Dundas. I think she was riding a Highboy S2 Max. I've got a couple of those e-scooters. Speaking of which, I just got a new one, and I was out on it yesterday as well as this morning. So you can look for a review and some videos and streams on it coming pretty soon on the channel. Make sure this fire truck isn't turning here. We can wave to the Ken Continuum on Pembroke. It's interesting how they've caged off that front patio there. At that restaurant I walked by, King Place, used to be in this plaza here. It's not uncommon to see police cars and ambulances in this area. But this is Sherbourne and Dundas. There's some cops on bikes. This cage was added to prevent loitering in front of this old age home here. And this old church serves as an outreach center. But we're gonna go south here. And make our way down to Queen Street. It might look a little rough, but I've never had any issues with any of the people walking through here. In fact, I've had a few rather pleasant conversations. This is south down the east side of Sherbourne Street. And the last time I came this way was on a Friday night after a night at the bar. I recorded a night walk heading up Sherbourne Street. There's a bike hanging over a balcony. My building just sent a notice asking people not to do that. And this is Yonge Street coming up. So the next block could be considered one of the rougher ones downtown. This is the infamous Moss Park neighborhood. Just wait for the light cycle. And just up ahead is Queen Street. That's where Metrolinx is building an Ontario Line station. It won't be open for at least a decade. That might help transform this area. There's a community and rec center right across the street. And a Dollarama on the left. And they've turned what was part of the park into a parking lot, probably for workers working on Moss Park Station. That says Gate 1. I wonder if that's where the first entrance will be located, if that's what it's actually going to be called, Gate 1. And this is Queen and Sherbourne, so we'll go left here. Oh, there's an officer. He's keeping his eye on this guy.
The one next to it, the corner one.
So this is east on Queen Street. And on the left is Kim's Convenience. That was used for the exterior shots of the TV show.
It's one of those places that's really quick.
And the Moss Park apartments themselves are just here on the left. And just south of here on King Street East is a very different story. There's a number of Very high-end furniture shops. And it looks quite gentrified on that stretch. And this is Berkeley Street. Just south of here will be an Ontario line stop. That e-bike Adster motor, $8.99. Yeah, good luck seeing if that thing doesn't fall apart. All right, let's head south here, down to King Street. That Shoppers is closed up. I think it's moved out of the way for a new development. So this is south down Parliament Street. Couple of people rocking an e-scooter together. And you can really feel how less busy it is over here. And this is a part of the city known as Corktown. And what is this? Giant new store, must. We're gonna cross the street and take a closer look. A lot of these stores will close kind of early, like 6 or 7. There's some mothers-in-law tongue plants. It's like a little cafe area. Furniture and inspiration. Hi, what time do you close?
8.
8 p.m.? All right, thank you. That is useful information. Look at this one, Home Society. That looks very fancy. And that little parquet says Tattle Creek on it. Tattle Creek runs all the way from St. George. And I think those two guys thought I was pointing the camera at them. It runs all the way from St. George, which is over to the northwest of here. They're both looking at me like, is that guy following me with the camera? Down here, it's been buried and covered up since then. I was struggling to think of where I saw Tattle Creek run through before, but there is a park right around the corner from St. George Station on Bedford Road. So we're gonna go left here. As we've made it to King Street. Actually, we'll stick to this side of the street. The last few times I walked along here, I was over on that side, and there is the oldest church in the city. Little Trinity. There's a cop car. And another cop. And here's one of those uber fancy, ultra affordable, unaffordable furniture stores. There's one called Design Within Reach, located in the other direction on King Street. I've always joked that it is design not within reach. That place is quite happening.
So what are we doing? Like, can you go, like...
never showed up. Mike's calling Dave. Dave,
I apologize if you can hear the squeak of one of my shoes. There is Gusto 501. They've got a location over on King West. And these ramps here form Adelaide and Richmond Street. There's a short turning King streetcar. That one just went to the Distillery Loop. There's the always interesting Bright Street. And Stumach Street just south of here becomes Cherry Street. I did a video last week walking south all the way down Cherry Street to Cherry Beach. There's been a lot of police around the east side of downtown this evening. And we're almost at my destination. So I hope you enjoyed this early Friday evening walk, starting at the IKEA at Yonge and Gerrard, making my way east. Through some pretty interesting areas over to here near the end of King Street East and River Street. And let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do on YouTube, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. Anywho, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink.